Hello! Welcome to my new YouTube channel. My name is Shauna and hopefully I'll be able to help you guys out with all things related to DIY gifts. In this video, you guys will be able to follow me along and basically personalize any piece of apparel as a customized gift. So this is going to be the final product that I worked on, and the few 5 steps that you're going to be able to follow me along with, whether you want to do this or something else. I've broken this down to about 5 steps, really simplified. If you have any other questions, you can always let me know and I'll break it down a little bit more. But generally, the first step, step 1, you're going to think about what you actually want. Think about what you actually want on your piece of apparel, right? Do you want to embroider a cat fighting on your sweater? Do you want to embroider a flower or flowers or anything that you have in mind? Just think about it and get that idea. Step 2, you're gonna have to get the supplies. Obviously you can't work on nothing, so go to anywhere and find maybe the sweater or the sweats. Again, in my case, the sweats. And where you can go, actually, a lot of good places that have brand names are like Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Ross, anything like that, or even Amazon. What you'll need for this specific project is the pair of sweats, string. I used a cantan, I don't know how to say it, but it's a cantan needle, K-A-N-T-A-N needle. For the string, you can go to Amazon and find some really cheap, but a lot of varieties. You need a lot of varieties so you can experiment and have fun with any color that you want. Step 3, start drawing it out. Make it rough, doesn't matter, doesn't need to be perfect, because when you get further ahead, you're gonna realize like you're gonna go through a lot of paper just kind of drawing and making sure it's exactly what you want. But the only thing is, when you get to the final step, is you're gonna want to make sure it's big enough or the right size that you want it to be on your piece of clothing, okay? Step 4, this is the reason why you want to make sure it's all the right size, because if you draw and you decide, oh, okay, in my case, I want to draw a hand on the butt, but if I make the hand like this small, because it's easier to draw that size anyways, but if I make it that small, then actually putting that onto the pair of sweats is not gonna, like, it doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna have like a tiny hand on the butt. That'd be funny, but I don't think that's gonna like look good. My idea is to have it like a big pair of hands, so I want to make it actually to scale. So I look at the pair of sweats that I've gotten. But see, these are the sweats that I got from my friend, and if I make this hands like this small, actually putting it onto the pair of pants is going to be a harder and more difficult challenge. If you want to draw it onto here directly, I suggest using like a silver Sharpie, which is what I'm going to be doing. Using a silver Sharpie to draw it on there, but if you cut out each piece in the actual size that you want it, then you can get it onto the pants and see that that's about the size that you want it, right? You're gonna cut it out and transfer it. How you're gonna transfer it, again, use that silver Sharpie if it's on black, but if it's not on black, you can always use a black Sharpie, whatever you want. If you end up using a picture that's not just outline, but it has more drawings on the inside of the picture as well. For instance, you draw an octopus and it has all these inside lines also. What you're gonna end up doing is poke little holes. Use like a mechanical pencil on top of some cloth so the hole actually goes through, and line all of the little lines. Poke, 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 so that when you go through later and say, if I want to put this octopus onto my pair of pants, then you're going to use a Sharpie and poke through the same holes that you made and go through, so that when you take it off, I hope this is making sense, it'll be on your clothes, the clothes that you want to do, okay? So the only thing is, when you use this, what I found is that if you put a piece of paper on your clothes, make sure it's laying flat on the floor, and this is like either taped down or you're holding it in place with your other hand the entire time. Because if you start tracing, clothes tends to like move, and when it moves, you end up at the end with this really wonky, like disproportionate hand. So when you're doing that, just be careful and make sure that it's like the right, what you have on the paper is what's going to be on the piece of clothes later, okay? All right, and this is the final step. You guys made it. Step 5, you're gonna start stitching. Whether you want to use needle and hand or needle and thread using your hand or using a Canton needle, whatever you really want, go ahead and start stitching, and then hopefully you have the product that you want. Alright, well I hope this video helped you guys even a little bit, and if you have any other questions or want to just reach out and say hi, let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching my video if you stayed till the end. Alright, bye! Like and subscribe!